today's dynamic job market. So that is what academia is really all about. We are not just training people on in those skills we told you about. No, we are more okay. We are more of a community of innovators. We are creators and we are problem solvers. And we want to give world-class training to everyone enrolled with us so that we become industry professionals and we are tailored to meet the demands of today's dynamic job market. So why should you select academia? What sets academia apart? Well, for one, we are committed to providing practical hands-on training that mirrors real-world challenges. Our instructors are seasoned professionals with years of industry experience, and our curriculum is constantly updated to stay ahead of the tech trends. So we are not just static or stagnant. So as long as tech trends keep coming up, that is how we update our curriculum. Additionally, our programs are designed with flexibility in mind. Just as we have informed you previously, all our courses are virtual. So it's accommodating both working professionals and full-time learners. We also offer mentorship, networking opportunities, and career support to ensure that you not only learn those courses, but you also thrive in it. So, what are you going to expect today in our free masterclass? In this masterclass, we'll give you an overview of all of our courses. We'll share insights into the latest trends in the tech world, and we'll discuss how you can take your first steps towards building or advancing your tech career. Our team is here, standby, to answer your questions and to provide you guidance on choosing the right path for you. So, as we embark on this journey together, I will encourage you that you should actively engage, take notes, ask questions. Wherever you feel that you don't understand, just ask questions. We are here to answer. Remember, every expert was once a beginner, so we can always start from somewhere. So I will close by saying that the tech industry is not just about creating products. It's about solving problems. It's about making an impact. It's about shaping the future. And at academia, we believe in your potential to be part of this exciting journey. So thank you once again for joining us today, and we are thrilled to have you here. And we can't wait to see what you accomplish with academia. Let's discover endless possibilities together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Naomi. Um, we have um, had a brief of what we expect in this masterclass. Right now, I would be introducing our mentors for tonight. Our founder and CEO, um, Comfort Olatunde, should be teaching us on the newbie guide to a successful tech career, how to build a space for yourself in the tech space. And we'll also be having um, Mr. Israel, who will be taking us in a question and answer section. We'll be asking him a lot of questions about how he has moved in the tech industry, how he built his um um his career in the tech industry. He will tell us what he has learned. He will tell us how he came out of challenges, tell us the things that would help you as you advance in your career or start your career in the tech space. Right now, we'll be going on to hear from our mentor, Comfort Olatunde.
Okay, thank you very much, Naomi. I'm just going to get right into it because we've spent a lot of time. Just give me a moment. Let me share my slide. Okay. So hi, I'm Comfort Latunde, and I'm the founder of Stratpol and the Academia Institute, and then I have over 10 years of marketing experience as well as business experience and product experience. I should always put my product experience because I'm also a techie. And I'm a growth lead. I consult for companies that are looking for growth consultants. And then I'm also a marketing and growth mentor. So for those who are looking to transition into growth roles or marketing roles, I also teach and mentor them generally. So today we're talking about how to build a career, how to build a successful tech career as from scratch as a newbie. So I love this quote by Lao Tzu, and it says that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You know, you have to really, really take um, the step to start it. So, and that is basically, you cannot say you want to succeed in life and not be courageous enough to take some steps, some bold steps, some things that you to do, some things that you never thought that you could even do, or you never imagined. So, the very first thing for you to be successful, apart from even just take generally in life, is for you to take the necessary step, like start it, right? So because let's say Rome was not built in a day. So for you to get to that status that you see those your mentor or your friends or people that you see on LinkedIn, for you to get there, you really need to just you start with just one singular step that you need to take. So diving into the topic for today, which is building a successful career, tech career from scratch. The first thing that you need to do as someone, the career professional, someone who is trying to get into tech, is first you have to find your path. Don't say, oh, because everybody is doing software development, I want to now do software development too. Everybody's doing, oh, or you say, oh, product management is the one that is trending now, and that's what I want to do. That's the wrong approach to do. That's a very, very wrong approach. The first thing you need to do is to, ask yourself certain questions. What really excites you about the tech? And please, I know that a lot of people say, oh, it's the money, there's a lot of high income, but trust me, there are high income yielding career in the non-tech field. If you know what some other chief commercial officers earn, or growth officers, or even marketers earn, not even product marketing, I'm talking about growth marketers and other people earn, even chief operations officer, how much they earn. Is it not chief operations officers hire the tech people, CEOs, they hire the tech people, right? So it's not just that tech skill or that tech career that guarantees, oh, you'll be earning big. So please don't be deceived. You can be in tech and be earning peanuts too. It's not that's the like tech is not a guarantee that you will earn big, but it gives you there a lot of benefits in getting into tech because it gives you that innovative space, it gives you that flexibility, it gives you uh, um, faster career growth compared to the traditional roles. Like you can start today and become a senior level engineer or a senior level product manager within 2 months. It doesn't have to be 10 years, 20 years. That's how key tech is. Tech is all about what you can do, what you can deliver, not really about the years of experience that you have. A company can take a chance on you as a newbie and pay you thousands of dollars. So it's not just about that, but there are still non-tech roles that pay really, really good. So if money is just the motivational factor, please just remove it from your mind. I'm not saying that you will not earn, you would earn tech, there are good pay in tech, but that should not be your only motivational factor because you have to really, really, uh, um, be good at it. Be very, very good at it when it comes to tech. Be really, really good at it. Um, yeah. So you have to look at what excites you about tech. Is it that you love solving problems? Is it that is it the fast how fast the industry or the space is? Is it the creativity or the innovativeness that come out from the product? Is it the economical and environmental impact tech creates and the advancement it creates in our economy? So you have to really, really find out what really excites you. Because in the long run, if every that issue starts coming, every challenge, thank God we have Israel today that will be sharing with us some of the challenges that he also encountered when he got into tech. So in that lesson that there are challenges in tech too. But the things that will keep you going and keep you moving are those things that really excite you. Those things that is, that inspired you to get into that field. So money alone should not just be the motivational factor, even in business generally in life. Money should not be the only, money is an added advantage to the benefits, but not should not just be the motivational factor or the thing that inspires you. It should be, money is like the benefits, benefit of good work, benefit of the skill. So not really that should not just be the goal. So you have to really ask yourself what really enjoy it, and to pick a particular field, you have to think about what would you really enjoy doing. Do you enjoy solving problems? Do you enjoy analyzing data? Do you enjoy creative designs? So when people come to academia and they want to, really find out, okay, what they don't really understand what course they should take or what program they should go for. Questions that we usually ask them are like, what do you enjoy doing? Do you enjoy creating designs? Do you enjoy analyzing data? Do you enjoy solving mathematical problems? So basically to help you determine the right path for you. So with academia, we have the software development track, we have the product design, we have the product management, and the product marketing. For product design, if you're a creative person, you know that, okay, you like to see designs, like to create designs, like maybe graphics design, or you have a good eye for designs, and these are things like that inspires you. You have this artistic side to you. Then perhaps the product design might be the best fit for you. But for product marketing, if there's someone who likes to talk about products, you like to sell something to someone, you like to market and promote those products, or yeah. So product marketing should be the right path for you. And with product management, if you like to take control and own projects, own a team, lead a team, you like to uh, 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 um, uh, you can work with timelines. But trust me, not everybody can work with timelines. Not everybody like timelines. I know product managers that always fight their product designers, like keep to the timeline, follow the sprints, even software developers too. But product managers they're like the custodian of the entire product that you're building, and they have to manage the expectations, manage the team, manage the stakeholders expectation, as well as manage the customer expectations too. So if you know that, okay, you are good at managing expectations, managing time, you're a good time manager, you have good leadership skill, and you're very, very good at coordinating. They're very, very like this. You're very good at coordinating teams and leading teams. Product management can be a good fit for you. And then for the software developers, if you're very, very, if you know that, okay, yeah, you're that problem solvers, and you love, let's say you have this what's it called, ability to solve complex problems like mathematical equations and all of those things, software development might be a good one for you. And you like to, let's say, create solutions. Let's say, for example, there's a problem, and you find you have this knack of looking for the right way, the simplest way to solve this without having to go to the software development can be used for you. Because I know there are software developers where they started their career from their workplace. In fact, I interviewed a software developer last week, and one thing that really stood out for him was the fact that he said that they were doing some election in their school, and then they found out that it was so tedious. Like the process was so tedious, everybody had to come down and do so many things. It was just so long process. And what he thought that was really, really a chaotic experience. And what he did was to build a voting platform, and that means that he's a problem solver, right? They find the best, most effective, and easiest way to solve a problem, or to reduce the length of time you're going to spend doing one particular thing. So they are very, very innovative. They are innovative thinker, critical thinker. So if that is you, then software development can be a good fit for you as well. So you can see how I've been able to, break down uh, um, certain criteria or fit for each of these. That is questions that you should ask yourself. Look within yourself. What really excites me? What do I enjoy doing? Who am I generally? Who am I? Am I a creative thinker? Am I an innovative thinker? Am I a problem solver? Do I like to lead teams? Trust me, not everybody likes to lead teams. Not everybody likes to be the go-to person. Not everyone Not everybody likes to be held accountable and held responsible for a thing. But the product managers are always held responsible. When a product fails, when it succeeds too, when a product is exceeding its timeline, the product manager is always held responsible. They might not hold the software developers responsible or the product designer responsible, but the product manager, the investor, the stakeholders, the founders, the CEO, they will call the product manager, say what's happened to our product, it has not launched, or there is a bug. They will always call the product manager. That means that the product manager is held accountable and held responsible for the success and failure of a product. So if you're someone who don't mind being held accountable, even when you are not the one at fault, like you can take one for the team. You can take one for the team, then you can't explore that. You should be able to succeed in it as well. So basically, for you to build a foundation for success in the tech space, you have to enjoy what you are doing. If you don't enjoy it, you'll be frustrated. Trust me, a lot of frustration in tech. Everything that a lot of things are being painted in the tech, like, oh yeah, everything is just, but trust me, some people are frustrated in their place or in their job, and they have to now switch careers. We had someone in academia, like in the two courts that we've had, people who were software developers and now transitioned to product management. They came to learn, they're software developers, they came to learn. And we have people who were product marketers who also came to learn product management. That's something that they didn't find fulfillment in what they picked initially. Now they want to down, they are transitioning. And now they are doing excellently well. There's a software developer that's product management. Now she's doing excellently well, working with global organizations. So she's doing excellently well. And now she's found a path. She's found what she wants to do. So you have to, for you to lay that foundation for success in the tech, not just even in tech, in career in general. You need to do what you love doing. See, and there's this quote. I don't know if it is Bill Gates or something. I can't remember who said it. Who the quote it says that you would not when you enjoy what you're doing, you will not work a day in your life. It means that basically, if you enjoy what you are doing, you will not experience that. You will not feel that pressure that comes with it. Not that you will feel the pressure, but you would enjoy it. There is this joy that I personally feel when I'm able to execute some strategies and it just magically just succeeds, and or probably I'm working on a product and then it just clicks. A lot of what like comfort is so passionate about, but the reason I'm so passionate about what I do, and the reason I succeed in what I'm doing, the reason I experience fast career growth is because I enjoy what I'm doing. And because I enjoy what I'm doing, I'm able to pour myself into it. And because I'm able to pour myself into it, I'm able to succeed. So the first step, the most important, the key foundation for success for your career is to first ensure that you enjoy the career path. You enjoy doing whatever it is in that career field. If you do not enjoy designing, please don't do product design. If you know you don't enjoy marketing to people, you don't enjoy creating content, you don't enjoy creating copies, you don't enjoy managing webinars and events, you don't enjoy launching ads, it feels like a huge burden on your shoulder. Do not go into that field, because if not, you become frustrated. And when you get frustrated in a place of work, it affects your productivity. It affects the productivity, and that is when productivity, it affects every single thing around you. And if you're not a leader, it also affects the team members that you have on board. So you have to first enjoy what it is that you are doing. So, and then once you're able to find the what you enjoy doing, start it. Start the net. You found it. Start. Stop procrastinating, because a lot of times that someone has told you that, oh, you have a good eye for design, and you're like, you keep stalling. You keep stalling, because you can never achieve. You can never know how well you will do if you do not start. And there's a lot of imposter syndrome in the tech space, not just in the tech, in the career space in general. A lot of imposter syndrome there. But and a lot of procrastinating, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. But trust me, the longer you wait, the more the what's it called? The impact is more on you. It's not going to affect the institute that is meant to train you. It's not going to affect the mentor. It's not going to affect the tech space. It's going to affect you. Because imagine you made your part of your resolution was in 2024 was to 2023 was to earn a skill or learn a tech skill. If you had started in 2023, by now you should be over a year, should have over a year experience in the tech, even if it's internship. That means that by 2025, when people are applying for good tech jobs, you'll also be joining them to apply. Because at the beginning of the year, between December 2024 and January 2025, the amount of job ads that came out is, it's massive. It was like every company is just hiring, and they need to, because they've done their forecasting and their planning for the year, and they've seen that okay, they need to hire more team members for them to achieve their goals. So January they start hiring. So now imagine that you started in 2023, or you even started at the beginning of 2024, or you even started at mid 2024. When that thought came to your mind, you would have gone further in your career now. So now that this is coming to you again now, make up your mind. Are you really interested? Are you really serious? I like to use that word. Are you really serious about getting into tech this year? Are you really serious about earning a new skill or transitioning or upskilling? Upskilling. Start. Don't stop waiting. Start. And the good thing is that academia even provides you with a flexible payment plan that you don't payments. We don't longer payments now is no longer an issue, because you can start with 37,500. You can start and spread the balance throughout the course of the program. Unlike so many institutions in Nigeria that you have to pay a huge chunk of amounts, but you're now. So what is the excuse now that you have? So that is basically what I'm saying. So if you have to just stop procrastinating, because it only affects you. It affects you. It doesn't affect anybody. It doesn't affect Nigeria. It doesn't affect the economy. It doesn't affect academia. It doesn't affect me or any other person. It affects you because it delays the time. It delays your success. Basically, I think it's delayed gratification or something. Delays your success. You should have probably be earning the $300, 300,000 naira, or the 400,000 naira, or the 250,000 naira now, but now you're starting afresh. It's not afresh. If there is no company that is willing to take a chance on you, you know you have to start volunteering for free or interning for free, something like that, so you can build your portfolio and advance, so you can position yourself better. But now is the time. So start now. They start now before the end of the year or mid-year. You probably must have gotten an internship, and before you know it, end of the year, you are all set. 2026, you start applying to companies, and before you know it, if you're opportune, you can get a job, even with companies around the world. There are people in our institute that within one thing that we've always seen is that people who graduate from our institute get jobs in less than between 2 weeks and 1 month. Within 2 weeks and 1 month, that is the record that we have now. Within 2 weeks and 1 month of after graduating, they get a job. Someone who graduated in December 31st is now working with another company right now as a product marketer. Someone graduated in July, got a job that same July, and got another job again the month after. So there is no, so the only thing that is stopping you now is your doubts, your self-doubts, and your procrastination. And the good thing that you don't even need experience. The courses are beginners friendly. So there is basically no excuse. No excuse. The payment is simplified. The courses are beginners friendly, and you don't need any experience to come and learn it. As long as you're passionate about that field and you're ready to commit to it, we've got it all covered. And then, so once you've decided on the career path and you've started, the next thing for you to do is to build a portfolio for yourself. Starting means that you take up a course. You take up the course that you're passionate about and learn it. Learn it for 3 months, and then the next thing, build a portfolio. build a portfolio for yourself. And one thing that, uh, um, how can you build the portfolio? Or let's say, why does it matter? It is very, a lot of companies now find it hard to want to take chances on entry level people or beginners, people who don't have experience. Not because it is wrong, but because there's a lot of theoretical knowledge and not practical knowledge. A lot of theory, a lot of book knowledge, but not practical knowledge. It's not backed with experience and stories. And that is one thing that academia will take pride on. Our courses are more practical and project-based. It means that even before you graduate, you've already started building your portfolio. And after you graduate as well, you can continue to build your portfolio. So even that is why people get a job after they graduate, because while you're learning, you are building your portfolio. And then when you are done, you can now use the portfolio that you built whilst you're learning to apply for job opportunities, apply for internships or job opportunities as well, if you're so lucky. So your portfolio really matters. Because it showcases your skill beyond that book knowledge. Nobody cares about the big vocabulary that you know. Nobody cares about the amount of tools that you know. Everybody cares about, can you really do the job? Can you prove to us that you can do the job? Because imagine I have a 30 billion company worth of 30 billion naira worth of company, and then I'm not giving to someone who doesn't really have the capacity to be able to drive growth for that kind of company. It's not, it doesn't make common sense, it doesn't make sense. So everybody, because for every business, for every employment you get, it is the company taking a chance on you. I'm like, okay, this person is able to take us from here to this place. So they have to really trust you. You have to earn the trust. You have to earn it. And how do you earn it and show and build confidence in yourself? Build their confidence in you is by ensuring that you show them your portfolio. And that is what you have to start building your portfolio now, ahead of time. And that is why academia prioritizes project and practical based courses, so that you can train in learning, so that you can build a portfolio whilst you learn. And the portfolio shows you can solve real world problems, not hypothetical ones. Not hypothetical problems, not yeah, hypothetical ones. So that is why that is why building a portfolio is really important as a beginner. For you to achieve success, you need to build a portfolio. And then network. Don't say, oh, I'm too shy, I cannot network with people. Good thing now is that we are very digital. You can connect on LinkedIn, you can connect on Instagram, you can connect on TikTok, you can network on any platform, that is any digital platforms. If you say you're too shy to go to physical events to meet those potential employers means founders, system executive, people and process teams, the HR team, the recruiters, and all. If you say they are too shy to go and do physical outreach, they are on LinkedIn. There are so many of them on LinkedIn that you can network and connect with. So over 70% jobs comes through referrals. Trust me, most of the jobs come through referrals. In my life, I'll say most of the jobs that I've gotten, that not just all, but most of the solid jobs that I've gotten in my life came through referral. The first job that I got that was paying me over 400K then came through referral. Someone referred me to this person. Another job that was paying me referred me to this person. So it's just most important key roles, because we also recruit at Stratpal, and key roles that people hire for, key roles are majorly comes through more referral. You might see the job ad out there, but when someone that we trust refers someone, definitely that person will pick over another person that has applied on Instagram or from LinkedIn. I have to let you know that referrals are a very important success factor, success contributor rather. So don't say that, oh, I'm too shy, I can't connect. Connect with people on LinkedIn. Send pitches to them, send them code messages on LinkedIn, connect with them on LinkedIn, find those recruiters on LinkedIn, connect with them, find those founders on LinkedIn and connect with them. Say, hi, my name is so and so, I've done this, that, and that. Craft the message in a compelling way. I'm willing to share my CV. I'd like to get a one-on-one with you to see if I'm a good fit for your company, and pitch to them. Build that network, expand it, so that at least, even if they do not have a job for you. Whenever there's an opportunity that comes, I'm like, okay, there's this person that I spoke to a couple of days ago. It might be a good fit for this role. So networking is a very, very important aspect. It's a very, very successful contributor. And networking open doors for mentorship and collaborations. That is something that we always emphasize at Academia Institute. For every person who goes through our training, we always train them on how to use LinkedIn effectively to drive career growth. LinkedIn is a very, very powerful success contributor, very, very powerful one. So we always train them on that. That is also one of the benefits you get for joining academia as well. So this is a quote that I love so much and something that I've been living by for about 7 years now. I added one of my first Facebook page. I added the growth is inevitable when learning is paramount. It's that's a very something I love so much. And what this means is that you have to continually learn. You can't say, oh, because I've paid academia and I've learned for 12 weeks and then that's it, I'm done. I'm not going to learn again in my life. Forget it, that's a big lie. Anybody that tells you that is lying. Even the biggest product managers, the biggest developers, the biggest designers that you know are learning every day. Every day, because if for nothing, the tech space is something the space that is that grows rapidly. It means that things change. So if you say that the knowledge of 2 years ago, you don't know how to bank on in the next you will say people that would start after you would overtake you. The company will start hiring juniors and would leave you that is senior because you don't show that ability to learn and to adapt. So growth is inevitable when learning is paramount. You have to consistently learn, consistently grow. Even when you're done with your program with academia, find another course, take another course, paid or free, take another course, expand your knowledge, seek mentorship from people. Look for people that are on LinkedIn. Oh, sorry, I would like you to be my mentor. I'd like to, or I'd like to volunteer for your project. But by volunteering, you are also building your portfolio. Don't say, oh, I want to just make money because I want to make money. Please, money, like I said, money is not just made that way. People pay for value. In the workspace, people pay for value. And there are some companies that would even deduct your salary if you do not provide value, meet the expected value. So companies pay for value. No employer or no organization wants to just be throwing money and dashing anybody money. No, we're not family members. Even the family members too. Still give them something in return. Maybe their love, their food, and other those things. So you have to give value. And to give consistently, continually give value, it means that you have to constantly learn, improve yourself, improve your skill. Marketing 4 years ago has improved. Marketing even last year. There are things in marketing that you just need to, you need to brush on. You need to brush up your skills on. So you need to constantly learn, improve yourself. That way you are able to remain relevant. And by remaining relevant, you are able to achieve success. So that is basically my focus for you all today. And then what I want to leave you all with when it comes to achieving success, just like a summary in general. One, find your drive. Like I said, well, find your drive. What do you enjoy doing? Identify that core skill or that program that suits you, that fits your personality, fits your profile. That yes, if they wake you up in the morning, you'll be able to do it. Wake up in the morning, you enjoy doing it. You will not be grumbling and be, you enjoy doing it. Find it. When you found it, start. Just start. There is no harm in starting, but there is much more harm in not starting. Because you'll be amazed that someone who, someone who was your colleague or your peer, right? That started with you. As you know, he's now working in big companies and all of those, working with companies in Canada, in UK, and US, while you are still just learning. So start now that the thoughts across your mind. Start now that you are hearing you're in this webinar. I believe that everyone that's in this webinar right now is interested, somewhat interested in the tech space. But maybe you have doubts in your mind, or you don't know what particular path to follow, what particular course to do. Send a DM. Send a DM. We're definitely available to provide you all of the support to do that. But the most important thing is you need to start. And then once you start, build a portfolio. Build a portfolio for yourself. You can build a portfolio by interning, whether it is paid or unpaid. How my first job, that should be around 12 years ago, the first job I ever did in my entire life, the first job I ever did in my entire life was after I had volunteered for a company, for a digital media company where I was not even paid a dime. I paid a dime. I did it for about 6 months. That was what I used to get another job that was paying me, good amount of money as of 12 years ago. So it doesn't have to be somebody pay me, pay me, pay me. You're a beginner. Your mind is just focused on the money. Please, your priority should be building a portfolio and building a network, because the company that you are doing your unpaid internship today with can choose to retain you as a full staff, or even if not, they can even give you a recommendation later. And even if they don't, you have an experience that you can add to your CV. You can add to your CV, because if you're an entry level now, you can never be entry level again. So it means that once you've been an entry, focused on building that portfolio, but focus on building experience, focus on building your network. And when you've done that, maybe 6 months or 1 year, then you can now, go all out. But at that time, you already have that experience, you already have that knowledge. And when you're speaking to a recruiter or an employer, you're able to talk confidently and give them scenarios and examples of what you have done. Because the best way to answer interview questions is not to answer with theories or anything. It's to answer with examples and scenarios. Oh yeah, when I was working in a sales and company, I was able to do this, I was able to do that, that is the best way to answer interview questions, to build more confidence in you, for you, to build more trust. So, and you cannot do that if you do not have experience as an entry-level person. So you have to ensure that you earn their trust by building a portfolio for yourself, build an experience, volunteer or intern. And then seek mentorship and guidance. Don't walk alone. Look for people that are doing that are where you want to be, or that are doing what you want to do, and ask them to guide you. You can even kill two birds with one stone. Volunteer for them and ask them to mentor you. So you volunteer to work on their project. Some product managers are looking for people to just support them, because the product managers handle like 2-3 jobs. So they're looking for someone to just join them, and then you work with them. Even software developers as well. I know a friend that have a lot of people mentees with him, and a software developer. And when he is now working on good projects, he look within those people that he has mentored, and he gives them those jobs, gives them the opportunity, and he pays them. That means that the volunteer that they did for him for 3 months or 2 months or even 1 month paid off. Now they are earning in thousands and in millions, because they did a free thing at that time. So seek mentorship and guidance. You can seek mentorship by just I want to be, but definitely your mentors need something in return from you. You cannot just be mooching from them. No, not mooching from them. You have to give something in return. In return can be maybe you volunteering for them and supporting their business and all of those things. So, and I build a professional network for yourself. You can leverage LinkedIn. You can even leverage your church. You can leverage the community that you're in. The companies that I've co-founded, I founded with people that I met at a training institute. I co-founded 2 companies with those people that I met at from training institutes about 6-7 years ago. So imagine if I had not said that, oh no, I'm not going to be on my own, I'm not going to talk to anybody, how would I have done that? So it is and a lot of people have that stories as well. So building a professional network for yourself is very, very important. Don't say, oh, because I'm here, I'm just going to keep quiet. No, there is nothing like show yours. You are the only one who knows what is chasing you. The only one who knows what is driving you. So don't allow anybody to say, she's doing eyes. Show your workings. If you're doing, show it. Don't allow anybody to say, oh, you're the only one that will be talking. Talk. Because when the time comes, They will remember that person, that guy that always talk, that guy that is always punctual, that guy that is always, they'll always remember you. Should remember you by something. That way, but if you're just by you're not saying anything, how will they remember you? There are people in the alumni community that if there are opportunities, I would always remember them. And there are people that I've been with in some community that once there is a job opportunity, like there's a job opportunity that I was supposed to a project I was supposed to lead. I remembered a friend some time ago. I recommended him for the job, and now we're working on the project together. So you have to, allow people know what you can offer. Sell yourself, whether you're in any community, WhatsApp group, church community, even your church. Show up. Like one advice that I gave to one of the product marketing mentee that I mentor, one of the product marketer that I mentor was that she said that she knows how to do graphic design a lot. I was like, do it in your church. Let them know what you're doing. Let them know what you're good at. And she's earning big time from her church. And same time, I know a lot of people who are earning very, very good from their church. So don't say, oh, because it's just a religious. No. It's no. Faith without work is dead. And that means that you have to show your workings. Nobody will just carry their business and give to you when you've never even proved today that you can do it. You have to. And don't be too shy. Don't be shy to your destiny helper. What would I call it? Don't be shy in front of your helper. Yeah, if your mouth is closed, it will be it will be smelling. And when you open it, people will now run away from you. So you have to ensure you open up your mouth and talk about yourself, what you do. Carry yourself in up it, because nobody else will do it for you. Nobody else can, unless only you. So gain experience, and also gain experience by practicing. Like I said, volunteer, build a portfolio, seek feedback, and learn from failures. Failure is always, failure is a bedrock for success. If anyone that have ever succeeded in this life failed at some point, everyone that ever succeeded in this life failed at some point. So if you are afraid of failure, if because you're afraid, I will not do well, that's why I'm not going to enter it. That means you're not ready to succeed. Anyone who is afraid of failure is not ready to succeed. Anybody who is afraid of failure and is allowing that to stop them from starting is not ready to succeed. So for you to succeed, you first of all fail. Because how will you fail? Well, how will you learn if you don't fail? For a child to start walking, the child will crawl. And then we'll see everybody walking like, oh, I want to walk too. We try to hold something to stand. When the child try to stand, the child will fall. And sometimes would hit their head, would hit their knee, would bruise their knee, bruise their elbow, and all of those. But the child say, oh, I will not stand up again. That will just stand. But if you don't stand up again, your leg muscle will not be built. The strength of your leg will not be, because all of those standing and falling is building their leg muscle. It's building their muscles. But if they choose not to stand, it means that their muscles will not be built. And then it might affect their growth in general. You might not be able to stand or walk properly again throughout their entire life. I might not require surgery. But it happens. So that is why you need to start. If you fail, dust yourself off, drink Caprisone. Drink Caprisone, get something that makes you happy, and continue. Because nobody ever succeeded without failing. The best business owners, the best product managers, the best product marketers, the best developers did something somewhere that failed. But the only way you can succeed is to learn from it's not that you fail and you do not learn. No, that one is basically stupidity. So if you fail, and analyze it. Okay, what happened? What should I do? What should I have done? What did I do wrong? How can I learn from this? What should I do next? The when you don't done that, plan again, plan and move. Don't stop, plan and move. So with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to encourage you to start, and I'm giving you all the necessary information that you need to succeed as in your tech career from scratch. Thank you very much. I don't know if there is any question.
Thank you very much for the presentation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so insightful. So my question is, as someone who is aspiring to become a product manager, so what advice are you going to give the person, like the things the person should do in order to, be so outstanding as a product manager? Thank you.
Okay. So one that I think I already answered that question during my presentation. So one thing that I would advise any product manager to do is to work on as many projects as possible. Well, the first thing is for you to start, learn the skill. The first thing is for you to learn the skill. And once you learn the skill, the next thing is for you to work on as many products as you can. Don't say, oh, because I just work on it, because that way you're able to build. Because in the product management space, right, things change, but there are certain fundamentals that are there. But you have to ensure that you've been able to build capacity so that when you're talking to employers, you can build confidence, you can build confidence in them that you are able to do it. But like I said, product managers are like that go-to person that everybody is depending on for the success of the product. The team is depending on you, the stakeholders are depending on you, even the customers are depending on you. So that's definitely that every company will be really, really particular about who they hire for product management role. So one thing that you can do to ensure that you stand out and achieve success in that role is to build a solid foundation for yourself. Ensure that you've learned the skill, you've acquired a certificate for that, and then ensure that you build a solid portfolio for yourself. Work on as many projects as yourself. You can also, even if you do not have a lot of projects to work on, it's not like, oh, I'm saying to work on 10 projects. No, even if it is one or two, even if it is one, but by enrolling with academia, you already have one project, because while you're learning, you're already working on a project while you're learning with academia. So that means that you already have that experience, that portfolio that you can show off to your employers. And then even after the training, you can meet people, volunteer for people to mentor, to be a part of their projects. Just even if you're not being paid for it, then okay, let me just I would like to be a part of your project. I like to volunteer for your team. I like you to mentor me and all of this. I know Israel mentors a lot of people right now in product management. So, and he's also one of our product market management mentor as well. So I would we'll also be even be throwing more light in your questions as well. But definitely the most important thing for product managers is to ensure that you build a solid portfolio for yourself and continually learn. Continually learn. I hope that answered your question, Ray.
Yeah, it does. But one other thing that I just want to get clarity on is, whenever I hear the word product management, what comes to my mind is building of software. So is that what product management entails, like building of um apps, like apps, application softwares and stuff like that?
Yes. So with product manager, you are basically the one managing the entire life cycle of the products. Product meaning that tech products. Tech products. Let's say, for example, let's take Money Point for an example. Money Point adds a product manager. The product manager determines what kind of features that they should also put in the app. If they should launch a POS, they should do all of those. So that is basically what the product manager does. They're like the architects of the product in itself. So that is, yeah, it's in the tech. Product managers are in the tech, but in the non-tech field, we have project managers. Like if the FMCG, the oil and gas, they have project managers, right? But in the tech space, we have product managers. I hope you can hear me clearly, Ray.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
answered your question, right?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Any other question? Okay. Thank you very much. I think we've come to the end of my own session. I'm going to hand over to Temitope to continue. Thank you very much. Over to you, Temitope. Oh, you have a question, Akim. Abdulakim, yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Um,
Good evening.
I basically based on product design, which from the beginning of starting of the thing, I choose to work for myself again. I'm not only because I want to work for any company. Or anything. I want to design my thing, then look for a developer who we can work together and build this company.
Okay.
So recently I'm finding it hard to do one or two stuff on my Figma app. I don't know maybe it's because I'm not using the program or something like that. And again, I see that when you maybe because of the kind of people I met on Twitter, when you talk to people about sharing an idea, and the next thing they want to do is ask for your payment. That's what they do normally. Anytime I message somebody like that, I'm doing this kind of project and I want to continue from this family, this is
Mm.
where this is the limit of my time. And the next thing they say, I will charge you some amount, I will charge you some amount. I don't know.
Thank you.
Okay. If I get your question right, Abdulakim, so you mentioned that you have a project that you're working on, and every time you reach out to someone on LinkedIn to, like, come develop your products, they always ask you for payment. Is that it?
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Okay. You want to know how to go about that, how you can build your product without having to spend a lot of money, right? Is that it?
That's it. That's it.
Okay. So here is my advice to you, right? So definitely anyone that you meet on LinkedIn, or if you're, because developers will be spending their time on it. So, and that is why you need to join a community, right? Join a community, and probably maybe you're not asking them the right way. Like, for example, now if you're saying, oh, I need a co-founder, someone might be willing. But if you're looking for a co-founder, it means that you are going to share the revenue with the person if the product blows. You're going to share the revenue, you're going to share the money with the person. That means that you and the person would
Yes, yes.
own the company. So you can ask, okay, you want to be. But the thing is that your product in itself too needs to be really solid for anyone to be willing to dedicate their time and their resources to it. So it can be one or two things. You are not speaking to the right set of people, because if you imagine if you're speaking to someone who is in this a very senior developer, it might be difficult for you to get a very senior developer who has a lot of things in their plate to now commit to working for you for free, even as a co-founder. They might not even have the time to dedicate to the product. So maybe you want to look more into the juniors, the junior or
Okay.
the mid-level developers. The junior or the mid-level developer, you can still do your shortlisting, check, maybe if you have a friend who is really good, you can tell them, okay, can you help me maybe check out these people, check out their project, what they've done. You have to determine, okay, this person is a good fit for your product, because you have to also determine, okay, if the person is a good fit, you can work with the person. So maybe want to look at juniors or mid-level developers, because senior might not have the time. So they might come in if you have a team, like to do more advisory and supervisory role, but not hands-on. Some developers are too busy. Most of them are very, very busy. May not have the time. So
Okay.
and most of them are also pursuing their own projects. So you might want to consider junior or mid-level. And also the best way, like I said, so for me, how I was able to be a co-founder, because we were all together. We knew each other. We learned together in a school, together in a tech training school. We learned for about 6 months together. So we've been able to connect, and we know
Okay.
each other. So it was easier for us to just come together and co-found a business. So maybe you can also look within your network, look within your community, whether it's your church, or whether it's the school, your school, alumni school, or a training institute that you were in or that you want to join. Look at those people and see, okay, this person I can, but LinkedIn, you have to really be very, very strategic because it will be rare to find someone, but you can announce that you're looking for a developer, a co-founder. Rather than saying you're looking for a developer, you can say you're looking for a co-founder with so and so expertise. So that way you can now have influx of people who are looking, trust me, a lot of people are looking to be co-founders. It's a very, very appealing and interesting title. You can put it there. I'm looking for a co-founder that would have this and this and that, would share so and so. It means that both of you will own the business. You register the business, both of you will own the business. You might even do 50-50. You can choose to do 70-30 or 60-40 based on the sharing ratio you want to do. Hope I answered the question.
Yes, very much. You answered
Okay.
perfectly.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, I think that's all the question. So over to you, Temitope.
All right, thank you for that insightful presentation, ma'am. Really learned a lot. Talked about finding what excites you and money not being the motivation, but money being an offshoot of you doing what you love and enjoy. Right now, because of our time, we'll be going to um, the next section, which is the question and answer section with Mr. Israel. Mr. Israel is into product management, strategic growth in the markets concerning products, and he has overseen a lot of projects. And today we'll be asking him a few questions that most of us have already in our minds concerning starting a career in the tech field. Your fears, your worries, your challenges, and things you're curious about to know what you're getting into if you're trying to build a career in the tech space from scratch. So, good evening, Mr. Israel. We're privileged to have you.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone. It's nice to be here.
Yes, sir. Would you like to just tell a little briefly about yourself before we get into the question and answer section?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said, would you like to tell us a little about yourself, sir, before we get into the question and answer section?
Okay. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay, so good evening, everyone. When you say talk about myself, I'm not sure I understand. In what context, what am I to describe about myself?
All right, Mr. Israel, we would like to know what you do and what you've achieved so far in the tech career, in your tech career.
Okay. I want to believe that my profile that you probably have should have this already, but um, I have been building products for about 10 years now, and I have worked across health, across edtech, across what else? I think the only thing I have not actively done would be fintech, and I have touched a little bit on other things like partnerships, sales, marketing, as a case may be. So yeah, I've been in the industry for 10 years, and I have been able to build a number of products. I am not sure if that provides all of the context to what you need, but I hope that answered that question.
All right, thank you, sir. So some of the questions would have asked you have kind of been answered by our first speaker, but there's a question that I think many people who have not been able to get themselves into starting anything when it comes to having a career in technology or product design or software development is the imposter syndrome or the self-doubt in tech. You said you've been in the industry for a number of years and have had a lot of experience. although you started from somewhere, and I believe that there were things, challenges you faced, such like the imposter syndrome, where it feels like you're doing a thing, but you don't deserve to be in a space because you are new there. So could you just tell us a little about how you handled that challenge in your journey?
Okay, you said that with a short T, as though I actually had that. But
Oh,
yeah, so for the fact that it happens a lot does not mean it happens to everybody. But yes, I have seen it happen. I have spoken to a number of people that it has happened to. I wouldn't say I would not say mine was imposter syndrome. I wouldn't say I think my case would have been wanting to know more than I knew at some point. So there were times where I had the eagerness to want to be able to do 101 things, where I only had the capacity to be able to do 50 things, for example, at that time. So I wouldn't say categorically it was important. I mean, I wouldn't say I have had extreme cases of imposter syndrome, but I have had conversations with people who have experienced that, people who have gone through that before, and I have spoken to a number of people that have maybe gone through that and sort of maybe helped out a little bit. And I think going through that phase would be according, I mean, from what I have seen people experience, I'd say it's okay, let's put it this way. So for to be able to go through that and come out unscathed or maybe triumphant, whatever the case might be, I think the best way would be if you are not sure that you can do something. um, I think the first step would be going all out to say, for example, okay, let's say there's someone who has just a year of experience in product management, and then the person has been hired, and the person has never worked in a different industry before, but that person has had at least a year of experience, and the person is now, okay, you have worked just a year in health tech, now you're going into fintech, and you're trying to figure out and you are feeling, oh, maybe this, I am not even great enough. Maybe I am not going to be able to do it. Of course, you don't have all of the experience, but then it does not mean that you will not be able to learn on the job to get that sorted out. So if there is that feeling of I am unable to do something, now you may not have the experience. That is a known fact. But then it, like again, like I said, it does not rule out the fact that you can learn on the job. So you tilt your mind away from not being able to I mean, telling yourself that maybe you would not be able to do it, to, okay, you understand that you do not have all of the experience to go through this. So, what you are open to at that time would be to be able to learn something new, to be able to pick up as fast as possible and trying new things out. So I think I mean, being open to trying new
yes, yeah,
things is the best way to go through that. Then maybe you have experience, maybe you have been doing that for 3 years, 4 years, you've been in that industry, you're starting a new job, and you kind of feel like you are not good enough. I think the best way to handle that would be do start from or start with what you know, start with what you're great at.
yeah,
So say for example in your previous role or where you were working before, or the product you worked on before, or whatever it is you were doing before, you you had a system, you had a method, you had a way to do it. You have worked in that space for 3 years, for example, or even 2 months or 3 months. You have developed a system that worked for you, that you could use, and you could, if you were woken up in the middle of the night, you could easily remember how to put two and three together. Start from what you already know. what you're used to. Even if you would have to change
Okay.
and you need to change things entirely in the new organization you're coming to, or the job you're starting out, or whatever it is you're just starting out. Because I think imposter syndrome kind of comes with maybe you're starting a new thing, or you're going on a new role, or you've just been promoted, or it's something you're just starting something new, and you tend to feel like you're not great enough. So when you feel that way, start from what you already know, what works for you. Start with that system. Then you move on from there into maybe experimenting with new things. The most important thing is start from something that makes you comfortable. Then, if the
Um,
case is not that you are just starting a new job, you have been doing that, you are still in the same place, but then you began to feel inadequate because somebody said something, or you are facing difficulties with a task. I think again, the most important thing is reassuring yourself that okay, you have done this, even if it is just one win that you've had previously. Go back
yeah.
to what you did before, what worked in that scenario, pick from that. Start from just go through what you did. I built a product successfully and it was launched. Start from what you did at that point, at that time. It might be a different thing you're working on right now or not, or it might just be that you have a blocker. But start with what you have done that you know worked. That gives you some more, I mean, level of confidence, boosts your confidence, and then from there you can pick up and you try working towards the new things you're going to do. So I think the major thing is you reassure yourself that you have done something, you have succeeded at even just one thing. So it means that you should be able to do something else, and you should be able to try out something else and succeed at it as well.
Thank you so much for that answer. If I could take something from what you said to pull it all together, start from where you are, what you're good and you build confidence to go ahead and do other things that you probably having doubts about. Start with where you're strong at and build up from there, and be open as well. And I would like to ask two questions in one. Um, the first question would be, what are some common misconceptions people have about working in tech? I feel this question would kind of give put motive into perspective for people who would love to go into tech, and where we come into a space and we see that it's not what we expected. um what would be some common misconceptions that people have about working in the tech industry, in tech space?
Okay, you said two in one question. Have you
Yes,
combined the two?
this is no, I have not. The second question would be, if you could give one piece of advice to someone entering tech today, what would that advice be?
Okay, so I think misconceptions would be people wanting to get into tech for the money. That's more like it's I don't think, I mean, except you're going into a get rich quick scam, you never start something with you planning to make out millions of naira or dollars. There are people that have been in there for years and they have not started making what you are hoping to make. So I think the most important, the biggest one I have seen so far would be the the eagerness to want to make absurd amount of money, and then the second would be overestimating one's ability. So yes, there are people that have imposter syndrome, and there should not be that imposter syndrome. I mean, if it happens, you should be able to tell yourself that you're great enough. You should have that confidence. But aside from that, there's also that danger of overconfidence that I have seen a lot in people that are just getting into tech, and that comes with, I want to start my own business. I want to build out this thing. I want to work on a new product and I want to solve magical problems. And having that too much confidence in yourself, it's again, it is not bad if you have confidence, but it is terrible if you have too much of that. So having the overconfidence um, that you are too good and you just want to hit the ground running and you want to start building so many things, you will fail as fast as you are starting out because You do not have the experience. It is you are getting into tech does not building a product does not just mean you are able to write code. Let's even say you have you have written, you have successfully been able to go through Python, for example, or you have been able to successfully go through product design, and you can now design some screens, and you already assume you can solve 20 million problems, or you can solve 10 problems, and you are so eager to want to try out so many things. You will fail as fast as you're starting because there is a process to everything. You should have a start point. You should have a gradual process that you're setting for yourself. So not being able to set that process and not allowing yourself the time to go through the phases and just assuming you can jump into things is another, I think, big thing that I see people often do that comes out to be a wrong decision. Then advice would be, well, when you're starting in tech, don't start for the money. Don't start because you want to build a company and you don't even understand how to put a you have never built a product before. You have never done anything before. It's your first time. And because you have learned how to code, or you have learned product design, or you have learned how to do something, you already assume that you should be able to you want to build an Uber for airplanes, and you want to build an Uber for cars, and then you want to experiment with all of those things. Whilst it is not bad to experiment, there are so many moving pieces that you don't know, you have never seen before. So assuming that you can do everything by yourself will mean that you're going to fail. It has happened several times. I have seen it happen a lot of times, and it is going to keep happening if people do not learn to take their time. So if you're going to take anything or learn anything from our conversation today, um, it will be that you are able to take your time, go one step at a time. The first step is that you are able to learn the new skill that you are learning. You want to start from product design, for example. You are able to learn product design, and you have learned, and you have done your first task, and you have you have designed the first Facebook, for example, or Facebook replica, for example. You will move on from there to figuring out how to build an end-to-end flow, and then you move from there gradually. So give yourself time to learn. Give yourself. I think I have a friend that some years back. He was going. He's a creative person, so he does all of these creative things, from videos to graphics to animations to literally anything that has 2D or 3D in it. He can do it. And he had before we met or before we became friends, it was very very great. He even had mentees, so he was a senior person already. But then I was quite surprised when he told me that he wanted to dedicate 2 years to learn. And then learning meant he needed to pay sacrifice by working for somebody that was not paying him so much. But he had to do that because of the volume of work that he would get. So he had to dedicate himself to that process. And that process came with a lot of challenges because he would need to do a lot of work every day just to make sure that they're able to meet a lot of targets. So for him, it was a great process to be able to build a skill. So he dedicated 2 years of that. And after that, he now does work for some of the biggest concerts that you can think of that is happening in Nigeria right now, both gospel and secular, and
Wow.
even church programs, and to even I think October 1st, he was part of the creative people that were at the Independence Day celebration, whatnot. It does for
Wow.
state governors and works with state governors and all of this now. And all of this was because he dedicated 2 years. It was rigorous. It was painful. I was there. I mean, there were times that there was nothing to eat, and there were times I understood that he had to pay that as sacrifice, and he dedicated himself to it. So, I mean, for everybody that will be going into tech, there is that time that you will need to dedicate a lot. It might be 1 year, it might be 2 years. You put your foot to the ground. And the most, I think, another important part is that you you have a plan. You tell yourself you are doing this and you understand what it is that you are doing. It is not just, again, it will be wrong for you to, I want to dedicate 2 years of my life to learning something and you don't have a plan of what you want to learn. You don't have a plan of when you are going to stop learning it, when you have learned this, what is the next stage for you. So you should be able to have a game plan. So I think I've said a lot of things, but I hope that for those that are starting out, that probably provide some insight as to um, advice, what you should do, and how you should do it. I hope that answered your question as well.
Yes, it did. Thank you so much, Mr. Israel. That was very practical. Trust the process, take your time. A building is only as strong as its foundation, so you need to build strong foundations so that you can go far in space. Thank you so much for that session. I think that will be coming to an end. I would like to go over to Comfort, Miss Comfort,
Yeah, I think
right
we should
now.
see if anybody has questions before we close out that part.
Okay, okay. All right. Would anyone be having any questions for Mr. Israel? And just signify if you've got any questions. Okay. Any questions, anyone? I guess there are no questions.
Okay, thank you
Thank
for
you so
having me.
much once again, Mr. Israel.
Thank you for having me. Bye, everyone.
Bye, sir.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope it was valuable. I hope it was insightful. I hope we learned a lot and nuggets to carry us in the journey ahead. Um, we have come to the end of this webinar. If I'm not sure if any of us are in the community group. I don't know how we came across the webinars, but we'd love to have you join our community on WhatsApp, Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. Connect with us. If you have any more questions, you can send DMs and we'll respond to you. Um, we also have training sessions, mentoring programs that can guide us into having a very strong, successful career in tech. Product marketing, software engineering, product design, product management, and so much more that we offer in at Academia Institute. Please feel free to check our website, www.academiainstitute.com, to learn more about our courses. There is so much more to learn in just 12 weeks, 3 months. You can begin your journey, your tech career, and it builds up from there. So thank you once again, everyone, for joining in. And this will be the end of this masterclass. Have a lovely evening.